What kind of game does a baby ghost like to play on Halloween?
Peekaboo.
Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Henry Batt. That guy over there, that's Quantum Death Cat. And if you're here, you know why you're here. Season 55, ESEA European Region main level matchup. Blue Jays talents taking on the Animals. I'm here with Quantum Death Cat for the first time in a little bit of time, so I'm going to give him the floor. QDC, tell us about these two teams.
These two teams are actually teams that have played in a little bit of around the world, right? These two teams are pretty strong teams when it comes to the main league and intermediate league. They've been playing up and down in both systems. ESCA grinding teams. However, you do see one player on the side of the Animals, Nopige, a very good player from the side of Rhino, who that team was in the top 100 in the VRS not too long ago, and the second best Portuguese team behind Saw.
Very nice. Good information to start. We're going to be on Ancient tonight. And I think I've seen Blue Jays play Ancient before. I haven't seen the Animals play. But looking at the Animals lineup this season, not so hot. Currently sitting 1-4. Two forfeit losses and two losses at 13-2, 13-0. And their one victory does come on the back of a forfeit win. So that season 54, 10-4, deep playoff run. Not looking so hot to start the season.
Listen, they started off the season well last time around. They went 10-4, but they only went 2-2 in the playoffs. Right? Didn't end up well for them. They didn't go up to Advanced League that like they would have wanted. And honestly, right now, it's not looking like they'll advance to Advanced League. They might not even stay in main league if they can't get some wins here. And the Blue Jays, same story, right? They have already been demoted once down to intermediate league. They came back really strong going into the intermediate league. I think even winning it, if I remember correctly, and then come back here in main league ready to kick some ass. And right now, I mean, they've got a punching bag essentially, right in front of them. A team that hasn't won against anyone just yet, has only won 2 rounds in the entirety of this main league season. Doesn't mean they're bad, right? A 10-4 team cannot be bad from last season. It's especially with a team with no Pige on it.
Well,
That's
I
not a
got some
team.
bad news about this game. Only
Oh
one
no.
player from the Animals joined the server. All 5 Blue Jays are in there, so this looks like it's going to be a forfeit win for Blue Jays talents. Only KKM showed up for the Animals, which is pretty unfortunate. So GG's to Blue Jays, but we are going to move on to another game. As I set this
Are
stream
they
up,
still playing it though?
I
They're
think
just
KKM just wants to be in the server. But the next game we're going to cover is ASTRAL versus NoSurrenderGG. While I set this stream up, QDC, talk to us about those teams.
all right. Well, it is. Yes, Astral. You were talking to me about this team a little bit more recently. I was thinking of like other Latvian teams like Hyperworld. You were hyping these guys up to me,
Oh,
right?
dude, these
Telling
guys are
me these
great.
guys are great
They are an
and
amazing team.
how they might just be the best team in Latvia. Now, I have Hyperworld in my head. That's because I've seen them a lot on HLTV. Does not mean that this Astral team could not be better, right? This Astral team could very much so be better. And all things considered, you know better than me. You went to Latvia. You saw them play.
Oh, I
And
met these guys. They have an amazing org behind them, amazing organization running a land cafe for them over at the Cyber Empire. And most recently, they won. I'm going to quote this exactly, so don't make any mistakes. They won the Skin Club Media Championship, and they won a chance. Not even a chance. They won the opportunity to go to Paris and meet Vitality at the Hive, the CS2 Vitality team. They spent a day with them, picking their brains, getting all the information they possibly could. But they are going up against a relatively tough Polish opponent over there at No Surrender. These guys are currently 1-5 in main, but they're going to put up a good fight. They're never really dropping more. Well, they're never really gaining more than 10 rounds in a map, but still never surrendering as the name dictates. So we should have a pretty good match, and we are playing on Inferno.
yeah, No Surrender have started off this season quite rough. And you look at the seasons beforehand in Entry League, they were 9-5. They made a deep run in the bracket, and that got them directly to Intermediate. They went 8-6, another deepish playoff run, finishing 17-24, which gave them a promotion up to Main League. But that promotion has not started off well. 1-5 for this No Surrender team, but as their name dictates, as you say, no surrender in them. They are going to be playing this, and they're not forfeiting, even though they're down already 1-5.
No, definitely not. We're going to jump over into the game, make sure all the sounds are working so everybody can hear it. UDC, check the Discord, see if that stream works for you. You let me know what you see, what you need while I cast this knife round. So no surrender, CT side of the knife round. Sklanny, New Fear, Lol 3K, Zaha, and Rudy on the Astral side. Astral! We have Neki, Meow Pop, Demauser, Aster, and Ray 5. Demauser being that newest member of the team. They just benched another player recently. Name is eluding me. I'm trying to remember. I think his name was Rick or something like that. But knife round going up in the middle here. The horns of the buffalo being displayed here. Feint towards the middle, but he sticks his head out for too long. Aster takes control, and just like that, Astral clean up the knife round quick as you like. And the horns of the buffalo being played by the CT side. One mid jumps in, falls back, and the flanks are supposed to come through, but staying a little bit too late. You're going to correct my pronunciation of this, I'm sure. The No Surrender team name, SZK Lanny. Skizlani? I can't say that. I'm sure you got it. I'm sure you got me.
Sklani,
there we go. So Astral's going to be on the CT side. Probably going to be Ray 5 to pick up the utility. Yes, sir. There he goes. Couple of flashes. Drops a set of doolies over to Neki. And on the No Surrender side, flashes disseminated through the team. Zaha and Rudy with the smoke and a flash, and it's New Fear who drops them that. So round one, Inferno, best of one.
Normally you see a 3 being dictated as an E. In this case, it's being dictated as a sideways W. They're looking for a win in this round to open things up. And No Surrender going great up Banana immediately. Ray 5 here with a one tap to the first player. He sees, he gets another one, gets taken down. It's a 2-on-3, but made a bit easier thanks to those 2 kills from Ray 5. 2-on-3. Still at the hands here. The Mauser and Meowpop trying to close things out for the CT side. However, 1-on-3 for Meowpop. His position known. His position not going to be pushed. He's going to have to push into these T's. And everyone's in different positions. They could all peek out at the exact same time. And he is screwed if it happens. They're all hiding away from him. He's got no kit. He's got no way to win this round. And No Surrender take the first.
Yeah, he gets one at the end there. A little consolation prize for him. But Astral fumble on the pistol. We saw the idea. 3 towards Banana. Tucked behind the sandbags was Neki, but couldn't find his timing to stick his head out and get anything done. No Surrender sprint their way up Banana. And they don't slow down at all onto the site. They just had 1 to deal with backside Ray 5. He does get 2, which allows him to get the head armor and MP9 into this round. But Astral on the back foot now. No Surrender. Not as heavy of a force as I thought this would be. It's MAC-10s and a single AK-47 on Zaha. I figured they would have rifled up a little bit more, but the close proximity of Banana gives them this advantage to use the SMGs.
Yeah, they've got SMGs on both sides here, MP9s and 5.7s for the side of Astral. However, the MAC-10s find the opening kill. Oh, great response. The MP9s just cannot fire. They have lost 2 of those already. The Mauser looking down mid and gets away from those mid players, but the AK spray from Zaha, it's a bit dry. Still gets the kill in the end. 3-on-2 emerges. Full health for Neki, but he goes down to Zaha. Ray 5 left alone. And as the smoke dissipates, he gets shot in the back. 2-0.
Aster is definitely not ready for that push up towards mid. I think his 80-80-80 jiggle eludes him for half a second. I wasn't even sure who got up that close to him. The MAC-10 overwhelms and wraps the site. Great round from No Surrender to pick up the pace against the forced Astral Esports, but now they get a freebie. A little bit of a freebie here. No Surrender just have to putt this one in. You can see that LOL3K just keeps the pistol. Doesn't elect to upgrade into anything else. He's going to be the first point of contact. And this should be a little simple putt in. Astral Esports might just want to maybe stack or push, do something together as a team.
They're just playing default despite only having these upgraded pistols on 2 players. USPSs for the name of the game for 3. a majority of these players, and yet this is still looking like a default.
Let's see if Astra can read this. Let's see if he can rotate him and Demauser over to the B site. Smoke on mid's going to keep them there, but if they can figure this out, get themselves over to B, they might stand a chance of the hold. It is Ray 5 backside with just a USP. His teammate there in Neki with the Desert Eagle. Could be good for one, but if a proper execute comes out, which looks like it is, smart play by No Surrender, they're going to get onto this site, hopefully for free, based on that utility.
They might be thinking that they're up against upgraded pistols again, that they force back into this round once more. Once the players go down, they might just realize that it is not the case. And I know that there's no point in retaking this if you've just got USPS.
You don't want to die to the Mac 10s.
Giving over money.
You don't want to die to the Mac 10s.
No, you don't want to die to the Mac 10s because that's a lot of free money that you'd be giving over. But you've got nothing to save, so it's rough in that sense where you want money, but you don't want to give over money.
No.
And that's almost exactly what happens. Mac 10 now in the hands, though, of Astra. And here it comes. Can't get the fight to go his way. So, Pop left alone. He'll sit by the chairs. And he'll get surrounded on both sides at the exact same time and shot down. Mac 10s make their money. And No Surrender are rich.
Well, here comes the rifles back up for Astral Esports. I know they have great utility for lower mid and lower banana. I wouldn't be surprised to see it get thrown and a little bit of pressure applied. Now, almost every single round we're seeing nades land right here from the No Surrender side, causing chip damage early. But if Astral can get ahead of it by potentially dropping a smoke here and here, they might be able to clean this space up. But the slow pace that No Surrender is giving in alt mid, slow pace into apps, it's actually going to lead Astral to put 3 towards B site, and the pick from Demauser down lower mid with the pink DD Pat ain't going to yield him much.
Here comes the attack again towards the B site. Neki there with the M4, getting 2, able to put the Molotov down. Still has the USPS out, but he'll get shut down finally. Bomb looking to be placed down. However, the rotate's already in, and the grenades there to fire. 2-on-2. Bomb's still not down yet. It will finally be attempted. It's not a fake this time round. Zaha's down to low health. And the Mauser comes in with the op. Astra's just waiting across the smoke here as it dissipates. They'll try to double swing into it. Astra can't get the kill, however, Demauser pokes onto the bomb. Here comes the flash. Oh! It's not good enough. The shot comes through for Demauser. And there's the first round for your.
You know what I like to say here. There are worse ways to lose a round. No Surrender get the bomb plant. They kill 4 of the CTs. The money for Astral, not the greatest. They're going to be seconded to potentially an SMG. Maybe not with the Mauser dropping that M4. As I say that, Ray 5 does pick one up. And so does Meow Pop. They want to be able to have this investment of utility to use it as their 6th man. The choke points on Banana, not really being fought for just yet by Astral. We see them continuously playing the Banana position behind sandbags, trying to play the trade, but the util from No Surrender is just too much. They're trying to post the op down towards lower mid, but I feel like the nade stack towards upper mid is just too much for them. The Mauser does spot one on the cross. He doesn't want to retake that fight. That's Rudy on the opposite side with the op. And he rightly gets himself out of there.
Round number 5 starts off with an opening kill for No Surrender. And again, a bit aggressive from the side of Astral. They're looking for this info. They've been aggressive this entire time and keeps on biting them.
Well, again, this is them not fighting into the choke points at mid. They're giving this space away for free every single round. And that's just an easy kill from mid up towards brackets. The pre-aim from Skzlani. I'm going to mispronounce it a million times because those 3 letters don't work in my English brain. He's able to just find the pre-fire peak and fight, but now the A site's under detention.
Well, that is beautiful from Neki. Finds one, and his teammates there are able to help him as they're trying to route back. There is someone here. It is Ray 5 who stops the attempt to go towards the B site. Rudier gets himself 2. Could have gotten himself that 1-on-4, but it just doesn't come through with the misses on Meow Pop and Astro. It comes out to an Astral round.
Yeah, Ray 5 learned something that round. His rotation rather quick. He started walking backwards, and about this point here when he jumped up, it was a full W sprint, and all that information was heard right here. Spidey senses on. He's able to get one, no stress, but I think he needs to slow down that rotate a little bit, especially since you have 3 players alive still on the A site, cleaning up the no surrender A site hit. But a second round for Astral bodes well. No surrender onto a little bit of a save. Zaha, his best down compression here with the solo AK-47. It looks like speed is now no surrender's friend.
Well, let's see these first shots. It's perfect from the side of Astra. And there is the opening 2 kills. Nothing but Tech 9s and scavenged up. AK-47, 9 points of health on New Fear, and he can't hold it down. Another boom lands in front of him. If that wasn't enough, they really wanted them dead there.
Astral Esports coming alive. That was a great anti-eco by them. They're understanding the read of the opponent. They hear the pitter-patter up towards alt mid, flash and smoke towards lower mid, and great job by Astra to just get himself out of that lane position. Says, screw it, I'll let you guys walk into the crossfire, into the death that we have set up on a site. And a beautiful way to get a third economy booming now for the Astral Esports side. No surrender back on AKs though. Not a ton of util to boot.
Smoke opened up in mid. The shot doesn't land. And the Mauser, the deader from that encounter. Astra gets away and gives Brackets control away for free again. In the meantime, the attack coming up. Cards! Perfect for Ray 5.
Oh,
and he jumps up! He gets a kill above the half wall! That is crazy! You can't do that with an AK. You can't do that with any gun that's not a shotgun.
This is an FBI
My
bro.
goodness gracious.
Ray 5 having a little bit of fun over there on the banana side. He says, Neki, you with me, bro? He clotheslines the first, says, let's make this fancy WWE style jump shot. Puts down the last attacker towards banana. And now it's almost all over. Zaha's position noted. Not quite dealt with though. Astra whiffs the spray. Flashbang was good. Not good enough. No bomb on his back. 50 seconds to go. Zaha. This round is a pipe dream for him and Astral. Close the gap down banana. And I'm going to say it. They're going to put a 4th on the board here. No surrender back on the save.
I mean, 35 seconds left.
Oh no.
It could be done.
Oh, I saw it. Ray 5 collected a triple in that round. A couple of weird little antics towards banana, but that's a great fight. Astral finally commit to the fight towards banana, realizing again, they're not fighting for here. They're not looking for this. The opening doesn't really go their way. The jump spot down here is actually quite beautiful. But they lose mid. They need to fight for something. They can't just keep sitting on the sites. No surrender is splitting them open like a turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they're not even playing. They're not playing brackets. They're not playing boiler. No. They're not playing. They're not even playing in the apps.
Nope. So that's
right?
why they
that
have
A
to be
side
aggressive
is
towards banana.
Extremely weak.
If they're not aggressive towards banana, they lose everything. But here comes another anti-eco over for the B side this time.
And
yeah, I'm
comes
just
out.
It all.
Yeah, you are, but it's
he's in the smoke. He's in the smoke, bro. What am I supposed to do? Okay, stuck over here, you know, hanging out.
Well, here's a couple kills that should go your way that are also in the smoke.
And I get neither of them. Oh, he gets one. That's fine. No stress. 5th on the board for Astral Esports. Again, another good anti-eco for them. They hold down the A rush against the anti-eco. They hold down the B rush. But now it's back to the first default in, I want to say, 5 rounds that No Surrender has had full purchase of everything. Op in the hands of Rudy, AKs across the board, a full plethora of utility to boot. So Astral, you need to be careful.
Well, 5 in a row for Astral. No Surrender won the pistol and its conversions ever since then have not been nearly any of these rounds.
Oh,
They've
chunky
had a couple
nade.
Clutch situations and the nades. I mean, they've been perfect from Astral, haven't they?
That's been
So,
unbelievable.
If there's one thing they've been doing right, it is their nades. Oh, what a shot!
Greedy
Neki dead.
That was greedy, bro. Looking for that AK-47. The spam of the smoke just doesn't work out. They overcommit to the position. Lesson learned. On-site given up. Astra trying to do his best job to try to maybe get one back, but they're slowly being flanked upon.
Kalani coming up here, and this should be a free kill. At least one of them. There you go. He could just get out of the position. Instead, he's gonna get sandwiched in. trying to get greedy with the fights. Meow Pop picks up the AK and tries to run away with it. Look at those hops.
Ooh, Meow
Those were
popping his
crisp.
way. Yeah, that was real good. That was old Foon, was that the guy's name?
Foon,
The old
yes.
Foon jumps. ASTRAL in the chat. What's up, boys? What's up, dudes? Oh yeah, getting hype in the chat. We like that. But a fourth on the board for No Surrender. And a little bit of a mistake there from ASTRAL. Again, they're still not fighting for this mid position. They're not trying to play this alt mid peak with the op. There's no posting here. They're kind of giving up brackets. So they fight for banana again. They don't clear out logs. They don't clear out close. Don't mind my drawing on banana there, but they lose 2 fights. Neki trying to get aggressive to pick that AK back up that was dropped right here. Look at this nice little AK. And he gets shot down right here. So that's an open towards the B site, but a change of play should happen. We did see a lower mid smoke, though, from ASTRAL. They didn't take advantage of it, minus the nade early. So I'd love to see them do that, and here it comes again.
Oh, here comes round number 10. We are already in this deep into this game. Finally, we get a little bit of a slower start here as the grenades go both ways down the banana. It's an explosive start, but no one dies early on.
I'm happy about this slower start. ASTRAL need to really play this patient. Demauser holding this angle. Pre-fire comes in almost every round. I'm pretty sure it's Skzlani who pre-fires that arch side wrap. So he needs to be careful, needs to be quick on the trigger, full focus. Communication needs to be smooth right now. Oh, chunky nades down banana. Great work from Ray 5 and Neki to open up at least a good amount of damage. That allows for a rotate.
They just communicate in game, by the way. Like, I'm 100% sure he just said, I'm going to rotate over to A, and he just nodded in game.
Oh, these guys are sitting right beside each other, man. Land Cafe,
That's the
Cyber
funny
Empire.
thing.
Ray 5 does get contact towards banana. It is a fast pounce in front of his smoke. So yielding it a little bit useless now. And he's hearing pitter-patter of multiples. So the rotation should be coming. Good clear of Boiler. Allows for ASTRAL to rotate down towards mid and set up this 5-on-5 retake.
Yeah, well, this will not be a unicorn round. It might be a 5-on-5 right now. But I swear, there's only going to be one player alive at the end of this round. The way this has gone about. 2 players going up banana, 2 players to meet them.
They got a flash, too. Are they going to peek this corner of the flash? I don't think so.
Here comes perfect, and Aster trying to get the kill through the wood, not gonna work, and he gets shot down immediately. They know there's one player left down here, and it's Neki, and he can't find the first. Finally, he's able to. Meanwhile, the rest of the team cannot find anything towards the site, cannot find anything inside of the church. They can pray all they want, but nothing's going their way. They all fall dead, and the game is tied at 5. 1 HP on Skzlani as well.
Oh,
Stays alive too.
He
He prayed.
down. That was a pretty good opening from ASTRAL. In the immortal words of QDC, all things considered, early nades did emotional damage essentially to No Surrender just to piss them off enough to say group up and hit. They sprint, get in front of the util that's dropped by the solo B defender, and a 5-on-5 retake on B site. Nigh impossible. ASTRAL on the back foot now, forced into this. 2 MP9s, no money left in the banks. This round becomes extremely important. If No Surrender are able to win it, they get themselves up to 7 pretty quickly. If ASTRAL win, they have to do it with numbers. They can't have 2 survive, they can't have 1 survive. They need 3+ if they want to move forward with 7 in this half.
One thing I've noticed as well for ASTRAL, they put down a smoke and then they stop looking at it. And No Surrender is taking huge advantage of that because they just run through the smokes.
The old Stewie
They don't
2K
care.
Style. They're saying this guy's having money issues. We're going to take advantage of that. We're going to push through these smokes. Should have Stewie one time. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Meh.
But see, here's the thing is that these smokes, right? You need to look at them. You can't just put them down and expect people to respect them. Right? And right now, No Surrender, they've not respected a single smoke for the last 10 rounds, and ASTRAL still leave them unattended. Here comes the... Oh, what a great peek out by Lol 3K, and he gets good info there. Doesn't even need to re-peek. That just forces off rotations immediately. He will get the first, and he's able to get out of dodge, able to hide behind the sandbags. He'll pretend to get out. He will, actually.
Oh, beautiful time re-smoke by ASTRAL. This is the first time we've seen ASTRAL Esports
Again,
actually
they leave
fight
it.
for mid. Yeah, but that's the first time they fight for mid. And look at the time on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock. Get off this screen, and they're actually going back towards B. This is a stacked site. ASTRAL are ready for this. This is around.
Yeah,
one
they
for
are.
sure. This is an easy hold. Cut down
Should
the
be,
drive.
but here come the flashes, and they start off good for the CT side. However, it's still a 1-on-3 here for Ray 5, who wasn't expected, and the bomb plant still goes down! How does that happen?
Astra's got
Oh
util, though.
my goodness gracious, 2-on-2. Rudier's still around, Shklani's still around, up against Meow Pop and Aster. And they're both gonna come from the banana, and the choke point is perfect for Aster, who takes down Shklani. Rudier with the chromatic aberration in his hands! Cannot elaborate more! And the aberration stops there for Astral. They grab back the lead. They do not relinquish it to No Surrender.
One person
6-5.
surviving, though. One person surviving. Their buy is going to be okay. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be good, but it's not going to be everything that they want. We're going to see lack of head armor. We're going to see lack of kits. Maybe a flash or two missed as well. And No Surrender are going to be able to get everything they want. So this is another chance for them to still tie this game up. Astral needed to be a little bit cleaner with that. I figured the B stack was going to be a little bit more well rehearsed than what it was, but No Surrender take them to the brink. Last round of the first half. Astral looking for 7. No Surrender looking for 6. And I think 5 is still good enough T-side Inferno to switch over onto the CT side, but 6 is better.
6 is better. If you remove one letter, that's even better than that.
I mean, we have a chance here, man. No Surrender get a 6th round. That's a great start for Astral on the T side. Funny number engaged. Meow Pop does find the first. Shklani. Couple sort of wide swinging out mid with no support. Gets dropped. Fights towards banana. Go good. Neki and Ray 5 combined for 2. Perfect timing on those rotates as well. So 2 and 2 set up on the A and B site. And the last two of Zaha and Rudy. 187er. Gonna have a little tough time here. Minute on the clock. Bomb down. T steps.
Oh.
They got to go back for that.
Yeah, that's a problem as they go up into archway here. Right into the view of Neki, who dies out. Doesn't get the kill. Not looking the right way. Zaha will get a second. 1-on-2. It's Rudier with this op. He's been strong this entire game. Misses his first op shot there. The Mauser will lose the fight against Rudier. 1-on-1. They don't know that he's forgotten the bomb, though.
They hurt each other.
They hurt each other, but Rudier could just run down this. He's got the time, and Meow Pop's gonna play the brain game here. Make him think he's not rotated over.
Smoke
now
CT.
thinks against it. Here comes the smoke. 10 seconds left. It needs to plume up, and it does.
He's got a molly as well. They both have mollies.
Oh, but they shoot through instead. And Rudier will get the kill and win the round. Just shifts around, dodges bullets like he's Neo in the Matrix. 6-6.
I felt like that was good. I felt like Astral had a good setup. One spotting B, one on the speedway to watch the wrap. But then maybe a little bit too horny for the close to get themselves 7. And Astral peak 1 at a time. No Surrender good for a 6th. So funny number. Still active, still out there and waiting. But it comes down to a good pistol here. Heavy util investment. Neki and Demauser, the two with utility on the T side. So it's going to be a set strat. And I wouldn't mind seeing a full B execute, especially if they grab banana control, because you can see New Fear the only one here. Mid push, though.
There's a big push. No Surrender got no quit in them, but they've also got lots of aggressive tendencies. And it's allowed Astral a large 1-on-3 lead. No Fear needs to get himself a good 1-on-3, and they are not getting away from him. They want this fight instead of getting the bomb planted first, and so it'll be 6-7.
Don't even say it. Don't say it. Don't even laugh. No one in chat laugh.
Could you at least put me on the camera while I do it?
No.
While I do the funny... While I do the funny dance thing, and
I'm not looking at it. I'm 35 years old. I'm an adult.
I'm 25. I don't understand it any more than you
Astral
do.
forcing back into this one. I say forcing, buying into this one. A lot heavier than No Surrender did. They got 3 Galils, 2 Mac 10s, and still a ton of utils. So this should be a slower round by them. They have to sniff out the stack. They felt aggression once by No Surrender. Are they going to feel it a second time? This is Meow Pop to potentially deal with this boiler. Alt mid push while the rest of his team clears up towards banana with good utility protocols.
round number 14 now upon us, and they're going to be playing this completely safe on the side of no surrender, and it's free money for the Mac 10s as it chews up 3. Meow Pop gets plenty of cash in the reserves now. They could buy themselves an op in this round if they so wanted to, but I think they'll keep everything they've got and maybe buy it in the next, possibly.
Some sort of communication there between Ray 5 and Neki. They switch to the Mac 10 for Galil, and they just supplement their buy with a ton of utility. So again, this should be Astral going slow, apps control, brackets control, heavy util towards banana, burning what little util No Surrender has early, especially towards banana control. If they play their cards right, they grab brackets and banana control by about a minute, 45 seconds. They can execute and go wherever they want. And little do they know they already have brackets control, but the util's coming in quickly for them to take it.
Well, here's the thing. LOL 3K has complete banana control, and that's got a lot of the rotates to go back towards the A site. But here comes the attack. It's too little, too late. This rotate, and Shlani can't keep it down. He's going to be shot down to 31 HP. Aster coming in, trying to get a kill. The Mauser inside of the boiler. I think he's been spotted. And they're going to clear this out. LOL 3K going to run through.
Beautiful second
get the kills on the site
from Astral Esports as well.
Yeah, this is perfect. It stops the more smokes. It stops this in its tracks completely. And as the Mauser peeks in, yeah, that is just so rough.
The scoreboard, baby, you know it. Funny number.
You know it.
Let's go.
You love the funny number. Oh, I love the funny number.
I love how much you love it. It makes me laugh every single time.
Dude, I'm a child, all right?
I'm a child too. 69, funny number.
69 is the funniest number, all right? You cannot tell me that there's a funnier number than that. And the only way it gets funnier is if somehow the scoreline could go to like 420-69. So, just somehow, some way, right? But I guess this is as good as it's going to get.
Not for Astral, though. They're looking to get double digits right now. We saw them sniff out the stack on the second round. We saw them beat back the mid push. We saw them find the less stacked site with a beautiful time to A, execute. And a second wave of utility to hold that post plant was even smoother. So Astral looking pretty tight on their T side so far. But they just have to deal with a potential Amazon delivery down banana or mid from No Surrender. And if I look at the No Surrender guys, they all face in mid. So let's see.
You sure it's an Amazon delivery, not FedEx delivery, with the way that those nades have been delivered?
I don't know.
They've just been chucked.
Let's see if we see anything here.
Just absolutely thrown. I've never seen packages more damaged than when they come from FedEx. I mean...
Oh, you're actually making fun of FedEx. I'm tracking. Gotcha. I referenced FedEx from Castaway. He still delivered the packages at the end. I don't know if you ever saw that movie with Tom Hanks. But Rudier's position noted alt mids. They can just run in and plant the bomb willy-nilly. Losing 2 so far. Not too bad for the Astral side. They just can't lose any more. Rudier only with a FAMAS. No armor and a molly. But he has a timing where he can work his way up banana and take a one-on-one against a 54 HP Aster. And DeMauser smells this. He says, listen, there's no way you're doing this to us. You're not finding this awkward timing up banana. Rudier elects to stay bottom mid, and he's going to try to get a hold of one of those AK-47s, one of those M4s. Where's the second terrorist death? Minimap eludes me.
I think it was just on the Galil, was it not?
Maybe it was a FAMAS.
No, because he picked up the FAMAS. That's what he had in his hands, right? So he picked up the FAMAS from the ground.
Look at the money on Astral side flying. We can look at the scoreboard here. This round doesn't really matter. Flawless, 3 alive. Money is booming. So if No Surrender want to do this, they're going to have to do 3, potentially 4 gun rounds in a row before the money of Astral is broken. 3 gun rounds, realistically, if I'm reading this money correctly. About 5K per purchase. Lost bonus, yeah. So if No Surrender want to break Astral, it's going to be 9-6 or 9-10 before Astral's even onto a save. But their T side looking nice and oiled.
Well, here comes the boost up into the mid, and the shot is found from Rudier. And that's one thing I wanted to point out, is that the op is in Rudier's hands. This makes things a lot easier for No Surrender. He's been an absolute unit with this op, and he's been real strong with it. The boost up on the half wall.
This is beautiful. Neki blocked that smoke and only by maybe 5-6 pixels to the left, and it gave him that ability to stand where he is now unencumbered by anything. But the util's going to be raining in to take him out of this position. And look who's going to be right there in front of it. Aster, big swing, my friend.
He's ready for it. Oh, the Molotov's missed! And he's able to take the fight without any fear. But now there's known that there's at least 2 players here from the side of Astral. Do they know that there's 2 players still left on the B site?
I don't think they care too much. I think they're just going to dump some util in to force the fights. They know now.
Rudier shows off his op. Now you know. Now you know for sure that there's 2 players here. So you're going towards the A site. That's exactly where they are. However, will they expect both next to the wagon, next to the cart?
They got util for this, but they're just going in dry. Meowpop going to take first point of contact on the wrap side. Trades off his buddy. Oh, he knocked it forward. Finds the first. Not ready for the second is Zaha. Meowpop finds both entering the site. 2-on-2 in this post plant. He's planting deep. Tons of time to get themselves in good post plants with a couple of flashes. They got a good chance to win this round.
40 seconds left on this clock. However, Rudier looking for the 4K. His op has been real strong. And Aster behind the pillar, left to his lonesome, up against Rudier, who's left himself in a good position, but the fadeaway headshot will finish off the round, and that should finish off No Surrender.
Listen, I got something for the chat. Ready? It's got to be real throaty, real fucking ASTRAL! Dude, when I was there, this dude, every single round was screaming Astral as loud as he could. I don't think he could talk the next day. Shout out that guy one time. Astral up to 11. No surrender. Forcing back
so
into
what you're
storm.
saying is that he was pulling a B, but he was actually yelling ASTRAL instead of
woo! Yeah, it wasn't like a whistle scream. It was like a real throaty, like Mongolian war scream. Send it deep into your veins and scare you to death every time he screamed. I puckered up just a little bit. He was a intimidating looking fellow for sure.
I would have loved to sit next to this man. I would have cheered for Astral right next to him.
Dude, I screamed a couple times, got him going. It was great. But Astral just going through the motions here again. Heavy util towards Banana. And the lower Banana smoke gives him an inkling that, well, pressure towards mid is probably their friend. Zaha can't get much done. Finds himself one. And with the flank up towards Banana from lower mid, they know that's
they know it's coming too.
Yeah, and they know it's an open A site. Now it's the bomb's going to go down.
So they plan it down. Now they've got to play this 3-on-2. Stop the retake here. Neki on 10 HP. Could be on for it, but he misses the shot. Doesn't get any damage onto low 3K. He was one bullet away from death. Meowpop now left alone here. And Ufear, he's just going to stand on it. He's going to go for the defuse, and it's a 7th on the board. The second funniest number that you can get as a scoreline is here. It is 7-11.
I figured Brazil was a pretty funny scoreline too, but
yeah, I mean, it's too common.
It's just ones
it's too
and sevens,
common.
bro. It's just 1s and 7s. That's all it is. A little bit of a stumble there from Astral and Apps. A little bit of a miss there. That's okay. They have the money to rebuy into this, and it's still flowing over there. So again, No Surrender has to win 2 more rifle rounds before they're going to break the back of Astral Esports. And Astral, I'll call that round a little bit of a fumble. They had all the information. Maybe the excitement got into their heads that this is a free round win in a 3-on-2 post plant, but slipping away.
Five on, and already 2. It will be down here. 4-on-4 emerges from it. 4-on-3 now, and No Surrender. Looking like they're going to take another round from the side of Astral. And this time around, if they win this, Astral will have to buy down to their last bottom dollar.
Lost bonus
finally be somewhat broken.
Yeah.
It'll take a long while, though. They'll have 2,400 loss bonus by the time that they have no more money, but still.
This is a couple rounds in a row that Astral hasn't really grabbed banana control. They have, but they haven't. They haven't really placed bodies in this position and pulled utility from the spawn guy. That gives a ton of information over to the B-site defenders when they're hearing and seeing nothing. You can see Neki rotating back over. He wants to smoke something, but elects not to when he hears the smoke plume right here. As that smoke lands, he's like, okay, boys, that's them rotating off-site. We need to move now, 3-on-2. And this is going to be a tough site for them to crack. Rudy, he's got a nice crossfire going. Zaha gives his position away, but that's exactly what he wants.
This 2 players here ready to take care of the business. It's a one-on-one trade. NoSurrender here inside of the graveyard. Take care of the 2 players remaining. Bomb could go down, but it's a fake. And the tap will not help. He can't find the fight up against NoSurrender, who was in a weird little off angle there. And it's 8-11. NoSurrender is not giving up.
Listen, Belt, you weren't exactly correct, bro. One guy showed up from the Animals, and he put in a valiant fight, but I think he lost.
They lost 13-0, sadly.
Rounds. Yeah, sadly. He still showed up, KKM, or KMM, whatever his name is from the Animals.
KKM,
that guy one time. Still wanting to bang, still wanting to play, but doesn't have the support from his team. But we're here now, and we're into round 20, and NoSurrender on a little bit of a comeback here. And the money, not that broken, actually, for ASTRAL. They're going to be able to buy into the next, even if they lose this round. So it'll be 4 gun rounds in a row. NoSurrender will have to win in order to break the backs of ASTRAL.
Do you want that? Yes, you really do, actually, now that I look at it properly.
Yeah, but with 2 people surviving for both the wins for NoSurrender, you can see what's happened to their economy. A ton of util dropped over towards Banana because they feel like that might be the next pressure point, and they are correct.
They are, because the A side's just not been working out anymore. The golden goose no longer laying golden eggs. You go elsewhere to try and find your cash money. The A site's still very well prepared for an attack to come towards it.
Yeah, but look at this time. They're leaving 1 player here, so the information, at least 1 player, so the information is going to maintain in the form of positive for ASTRAL Esports. If they were to give this up, even hearing that next smoke, you don't know if anybody's there or not. But a 5-on-5 with 40 seconds and they're just grabbing brackets control, this is going to be hard. ASTRAL are going to have to full execute onto something, and with the bomb still down, they got to get it, regroup, and hit a site before the rotates come in, and Rudy's going to be quick to be.
35 seconds were on the clock. We talked about it. There's already 25 seconds left. This Molotov, fresh, gonna stop them in their tracks. And here they hear footsteps. Finally, here come all of the Molotovs, all of the smokes, all of the flashes that they've got, and a 5-on-5 disintegrates into a 4-on-3. 4 seconds left, too late. The bomb's not going to go down in time.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
it does.
just
And
barely.
Meow on the flank.
Wait a minute. Now this gets real tricky. Because
They came
both
up
players are
banana.
inside of the ruins.
They know
They're
exactly
about
what
to
these
get
last 2
ruined.
are.
They're known. They're a known quantity. They both get spotted here. And Neki playing the
Astral!
perfect game. Taking all of the aggro. And his teammates could come in and do what is correct. Neki putting down the bomb with no time to spare. I swear to God, I saw zeros on the scoreboard before the bomb got planted.
This
My
boost
goodness
right
gracious.
Here, winning boost of that round. Kept control of Banana. They knew they could go back into it quickly and execute. He gave his team the space, and that's what happens when you run a good default. You don't lose anybody. You take space using your utility as your 6th man. Yeah, you waste it, but you get the space. You're able to get an effective trade up Banana again, applying the same pressure, but earning early util from the NoSurrender side. This is great information, but Meow Pop getting his head popped. And alt mid, not so good. Great response from NoSurrender.
Another 4-on-3 advantage here for NoSurrender. They've lost a couple of them, but they won a majority. They need to keep this one clean, otherwise ASTRAL will win this game. NoSurrender need to show their resilience. However,
Yeah.
only 1 player towards the B site. That's where this one is going. New
Not the
fear.
weapon for the job.
Is he afraid of the unknown? The answer is no, but he should have been. 3-on-3 emerges. Retake is going to be required here as this bomb going to go onto the site. It's got to wait before it goes down. It's got to allow for this rotate to come in slowly but surely. Every second wasted.
But look at this
Every
off angle
second
from
lost
Neki.
is an
He
extra
can't peek.
second that NoSurrender can come back up here. And Neki gets that first. Grabs the op and gets the second. Shklani left on his own.
What are they doing? They have the time to
1
play
on 3.
with. They know where
They know where he
Sklani
is. And he does no damage. 45 HP. He takes care of the first. Can't take care of the rest. And so it's a 13-8 for ASTRAL Esports. That is a strong, strong T side from them, only losing 2 CT sided rounds.
Back on to the cams with QDC and myself, Mr. Henry Batt. Thanks for showing up, everybody. It was a great game. Astral pulls it over the line 13-8. I thought their CT side was maybe a little bit shaky. Maybe they were testing out a new play style, but it didn't seem like the aggression was kind of equal, we'll say. The times that they fought for banana, they really played passive on mid. The times they fought for mid, it seemed like it was a little bit haphazard and solo. But as soon as they got onto the T side, smooth sailing like a well-oiled default machine. Any closing remarks, QDC, before I send this to a close?
All right. Well, I've got nothing else here. I really like Astral. From what I've seen there, pretty good team, pretty strong team, and pretty loyal fan base. Hey, the Latvians freaking love this team. Let me tell you, you've got yourself a strong following of Astral lovers. Would like to do other teams maybe, like Astral versus Cyberworld. Would love to see a game like that maybe in the future.
What's that one? We have another game coming up in 10 minutes. I'm going to be closing the stream and coming back. It's going to be Blue Jays. I don't know who they're taking on, but it's Blue Jays talent taking on someone else. If that game doesn't work out, we're going to look for another one. So we'll see you in 10 minutes. Peace.